Chapter 7, The Calm Before. The door to Arkwright's clicked shut behind him as Resin stepped out onto Bull Street. With nowhere he needed to be, he drifted. The mystery of the dagger stuck with him, lodged deep, like a splinter in his thoughts. It wasn't fear. Wasn't curiosity either. More like a memory he didn't have. He hated that feeling. The not knowing. That wasn't who he was. He moved through the world sharp, certain, aware. But now, he just felt off. He passed old brick apartments with paint-chipped window boxes and stoops that collected more cigarette butts than footsteps. Spanish moss dipped low from the oaks overhead, brushing the sidewalk like it was trying to listen in. A mural on the side of a corner store peeled under the weight of the sun. Half art, half forgotten. This stretch of Bull always felt in between, too weird for tourists, too pricey for locals, and too stubborn to change for either. The kind of place where crystals, second-hand novels, and a tattoo shop could all share the same wall. He never used to think much about this part of town, how it always felt halfway to something, half-grown, half-forgotten. Lately, he wasn't so sure he was any different. He slipped into the Sentient Bean and grabbed his second coffee of the day. Didn't say much, just a quiet thanks to the barista. Then back out, cup in hand, toward the edge of Forsyth Park. Where the trees stood tall, the world got quiet, and nobody expected anything from him. He told himself he was just overthinking it. But he couldn't shake the feeling. He passed through the gates of Forsyth, moving past the tennis courts, a few scattered memorials, and the wide grassy fields where locals sprawled in the sun or tossed frisbees to their dogs. Forsyth was wide open here, bright, flat, and full of motion. But he kept walking, cutting north toward the part he liked best, the fountain, the trees, the quiet. He found a bench, sat, and just sat. Water trickled, birds chirped, squirrels darted in and out of the grass and bushes. He let it all happen around him. This was one of the few places that made him feel like time wasn't chasing him. He leaned back, watched the water fall in gentle arcs. Whatever that dagger was, wherever it came from, it felt like a piece of him, something that had been missing longer than he could remember. And it wasn't even about the dagger itself. It was the answers to questions he didn't even know he had yet. Somehow he knew those answers mattered. Maybe they were the key to everything. Everything about him that had never quite made sense. This city was full of people chasing dreams, beachfront condos and early retirement. But that wasn't his dream. Not even close. He drained the last of his coffee and drifted north without really thinking about it. The crowds were starting to thicken, and so was the feeling he wasn't alone. By early afternoon, the park had started to swell. Tourists spilled in like floodwater, sloshing down the paths, laughing too loud, sweating through their clothes. Souvenir cups sloshed frozen peach cocktails and sweet tea vodka onto the grass. The kind of drinks locals rolled their eyes at, but sold anyway. Resin cut through them, head down. Invisible to most, but not to all. The old man from the house, not wandering, not sightseeing, hunting. That's when Resin saw him. Moving slow, but with a purpose that prickled the back of Resin's neck, like a wolf slipping between trees. Resin's pulse spiked. The empty coffee cup crumpled in his grip before he even realized what he was doing. Too many people, too many ways to get cornered. He shifted his weight, searching for a way out, but every path felt watched, narrow, closing. The old man paused in the middle of the crowd, tilted his head, sniffed the air once, deep and slow. Then again, the air seemed to thin around Resin. Something inside him, something wired deeper than fear, told him to run. He dropped his backpack without thinking. It thudded against the pavement as he squared his feet to bolt. But it was too late. The old man turned with a tilt that wasn't human and locked eyes with him. In that instant, his pupils bled gold, slow and wrong, like something waking inside him. Not a look, a mark.
Too late to hide, not too late to run.